We're here in the New Urban Agenda interview corner with Hila from Tel Aviv. As you know, the New Urban Agenda sets out a very ambitious framework for how to make our cities more livable and sustainable. So is your work contributing to that vision in any way?
Well, I work with the city of Tel Aviv in the last 10 years, and my passion is for cities. I think this is like the saloon for us as citizens. I define my work as a city maker. I always say I'm not a shoemaker, I'm not a filmmaker, but I'm a city maker. City makers are civil servants that have to take off red tapes in order to make our cities better for our residents, with our residents. We have to know how to listen to our residents, and there's not one typical resident or one typical city. There are Tel Aviv, Barcelona, New York, Hong Kong. They're all different, and we need to find tailor-made solutions for different cities. And in the city, there are different communities, which again, we have to find different solutions and for different needs in different residents.
Yeah.
So our mission as city makers is to work with the citizens, no matter which city we're in, so the city will be more fun, better. I mean, we all know that by 2050, 75% of the world is going to live in cities. How are we making sure that our cities will be clean, will be nice, will be great? Because, you know, we're here at the Smart City Expo. We hear so many solutions for infrastructure, but the focus for me are the people.
Yeah.
The social values, the soft values, the education, how are we taking those young kids and making sure that in 20, 30 years from now, they'll live in better cities? This is the question.
And on a similar note, things like the New Urban Agenda, the Sustainable Development Goals can seem quite abstract to citizens. So is it important then to raise awareness about what these goals and targets actually mean for the citizen?
I think for the citizens, they know what they want. We just don't always bother to ask them. So if we'll focus on collaboration and working together with them to define and to prioritize those goals, I think we'll know them. And again, maybe the goal of Barcelona will be different than the goal of Seoul, because they're different cities. They live in different climates, in different challenges. But the citizens, at the end of the day, they do know the best what they need, and the professionals can come and help to find the results. On top of that, of course, and this is another issue to raise here, is that the budget is always limited. Sorry. Our challenges are just getting bigger and bigger. But the budget of the city at the end of the day is limited. So we need to find, and this is something I'm very passionate about it, new urban financial tools for the city to get resources for that. So that is whether it's crowdfunding or city coin or public-private partnerships or social bonds, so many different ways to stretch the budget and still find new ways to finance.
And I wonder then, very often the responsibility is on the local government. How should national governments, regional governments contribute to this vision of sustainable urbanization? How can they work together?
The first most major task that the national level should do is just not to interfere. Okay, the local governments are the ones that are voted. The mayors are voted, and the citizens vote for that specific person. They want him. This is what all democracy is about.
Yeah.
So national level should regulate, should help put the vision and the goals, but at the end of the day, they should make sure that the autonomy is with the cities, and because mature leading governments should be secure enough that the local governments know what they're doing.
Yeah.
It's not always the case, but...
And we often talk about the lack of capacity or the capacity gap within local governments. So what can local governments, who want to have an impact, they want to transform their cities, what can they do? What action can they take?
Again, first of all, they should go and learn within their cities what to define the city itself. What is the DNA of that city? What is its USP? What is the unique selling point of that city to the world? Because we can't always refer to cities as an shelf product, that all cities are the same. So if you would ask me, what should Madrid do, then I'll give you one answer. And then if you'll ask me what should Barcelona do, I would give you a different answer, because I think it's not the same. Still, the theme that goes for all cities is that they are very livable organism, that the people in them want to live and want to be attached all the time, and we should give public spaces that make sure that the citizens feel at home over there, just like you feel at home in your own apartment or home, that the city will be like your saloon. And you'll feel that it's accessible for you, and that you can impact and influence what's going to be there, just like in your own private home.
And how, very inspirational words there, how can this type of event, the Smart City Expo, how does it help? You know, why are you here?
I'm here because I meet my colleagues from all over the world. This is the focus or the advantage of this event. But I think this event still has to grow, and it hasn't reached its his final target, because I still think that soft values, you don't feel them here. You don't feel here education. You don't see here social needs. The citizens of the city of Barcelona or other cities are not influenced here. You don't feel them. You don't see them. You don't hear them. You hear very much the corporates, which is fine. This is how it works. You see some cities representatives.
Yeah.
So I would see if in the triangle you have the corporates, the private sector, you have the public sector, but what about the civils?
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
That angle is still not strong enough, and I'm here to make sure that it will.
Good. So we have some ideas for Smart Cities 2018. Thank you very much for your time, and enjoy the rest of the Expo. Thank you.